All right, I think I'm on now. What's going on? Hey, see who's here. Rob, Tommy J, what's going on? Look forward to a great live stream. Yeah, me too. Hopefully it's working. It looks like I'm streaming on the YouTube. So the plan today was just kind of go over this mic, make sure it's working okay. Because last time I went back and watched it and it was like reverberating. I had a setting on that was called automatic adjust mic volume, and I think it was messing with um, the mic, trying to like make me and Jamie's voices the same. And then this room isn't super big, so it's probably echoing a little bit. Good. I'm glad it sounds good. And then I went and bought light bulbs today because we had it on for a little while before the live stream, but it was like, just a normal kind of amber glow, and everything looked like kind of yellow orange in here. So I went and bought like a hospital white, whatever light bulb, and I took the cover off. I had to put the cover back on because I washed it and it's still drying. So, hey Dave, what's going on? Yeah, I think I got it pretty much set up. I don't know. I might put another light up here, but honestly, this TV that I have up here, that I have mounted up here, YouTube's all white, so it kind of gives its own light. So that's kind of nice. It's not like super dark. Yeah, so it's kind of light. And I got one of these things. It's like a give me some slack. Yeah, it's a light little thing. Whatever YouTube light thing that I bought off Amazon or something for like $5. It works pretty good, and you can change the tone of it from like white to amber. So that seems to be working okay. So I'm glad the mic's working good. Awesome. I know I didn't do any practice last time. I hooked it up and I saw the little yellow or green little marker bouncing up and down. So I'm like, okay, the mic works. And I just left it at that. So I didn't actually, give it a try and see if anything was going to sound all right. I should have just made a recording. So obviously the next day I went back, made a recording, changed it around, and it's working just fine. So yeah. So what are you guys up to? Well, some of you guys just woke up, I'm sure, but it's just wonderful. For some of you, it's 4th of July. Oh, happy 4th of July, everybody. Still the 3rd here. Yeah, so I decided to do a live stream because I was sitting around last night bored. Jamie's still in Ohio, and I had nothing to do. I'm just like laying around watching a movie or something. So I went and rode my motorcycle for a bit this morning, but by 9:30 it was already like 100 degrees out. So I parked it. It's like, nope, it's enough of that for today. And I came in. What else did I do? I edited video most of the day. So I got another video hopefully coming out tomorrow with the rest of the soccer stuff we were doing. But yeah, I figured I'd just come on and make sure this worked okay. Jamie said she's having a good time in Ohio, visiting all the family, partying, all that fun stuff. Yeah, see you in a little bit, Dave. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Anything that's fun this weekend or the rest of this week for Independence Day? I don't think I'm going to do anything special. Everybody's already lighting fireworks like crazy. Here in El Paso, the culture here, like they start lighting fireworks at the end of June, and they'll continue to light fireworks to like the middle of July, just because they can and because they have them. So between that and like quinceañera parties and other kind of parties, it's a very vibrant neighborhood. I'll put it that way. Not trying to be rude. Sometimes it's hard to get to sleep, let's just say. But nope, nothing really going on. I like doing these live streams. They're kind of fun. I know Dave was talking about, I hate the opposite thing. I need to like learn how to do that better. I know Dave was talking about making sure to get my watch hours up and stuff, but I don't really care. I mean, I made the channel for like my kids and my family and stuff, Jamie's family. So I imagine each video will get, once I get 10 viewers, I'm like, okay, cool. That was kind of what I intended to do. And then someone turned me on to somebody, and I went on their live stream and said hi, and all of a sudden I got like 80 subs, but they're all bots. They're all fake. They don't give me any more view hours or watch hours, but I got all these other subs. So I'm just trying to build it organically, slowly. I know me hanging out and working in West Texas isn't exactly the most exciting content, but sometimes we do cool things. You know, going to Vegas was fun. Going to New Mexico was fun. Hopefully, sometime this fall we can get to like a national park or something. Grand Canyon would be awesome. Go to Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe back up to Colorado. I think the soccer team we follow has another match coming up in Colorado, playing the Switchbacks, so that should be fun. Didn't break 100 in Austin past couple of days, but 104 next week. Yeah, it's been yesterday was the first day it has not been 100 degrees here in over a week easily. Yeah. Oh, it says it's going to rain, but there's my weather. 100, 103, 4, 6, 7. But I mean, I don't plan on being outside, so I guess it's fine. Get me the key. Oh yeah, how do I do that? I'm learning all kind of new things. How do I make people mods? Add as moderator. Oh, that's easy. Manage blocked words and change chat modes. Review, remove chats. Hide. Okay, I think that's just the basic one. Cool. Yeah, thanks, ET. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching Chuck and Page's video the other day where his credit card got compromised in Hawaii. He found out like the last day there, I think. And I'm surprised he only has one credit card. Like, that seems kind of crazy to me to only have one credit card. Not that you have to use them, but just have it available. Like, I have a couple credit cards. I only really use one of them to get the points, you know. But I can't imagine just having one credit card and that's like your sole option to get things, or go to an ATM and pull out cash. Or I guess if you could use a debit card, but that's nuts, because that's why you use a credit card, is because you don't use your bank account, so they can't get into your bank account and take your real money. They take the credit card agency's money, and you just you file a fraudulent claim. I don't know, it seems weird, and I know it says it's going to take a while for him to get a replacement, but I mean, Thailand has credit card companies, right? I mean, does Page have I don't know. It just seemed really odd that they were completely left out left out with nothing else to do except. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, nothing else to do except, use their bank account. That seems weird. Do I plan on living in Thailand? Hey, look, I can figure out how to. Bam! See, look at that, Tommy J. Look at me, I'm a professional now. Tommy J. Where do I plan to live in Thailand? We don't know yet. The current idea is that I think what's this year? 2024, we're going to try and come to Thailand during my holiday block leave in December. And if I can get 3 weeks there, then I can do like the standard, like Pattaya, Chiang Mai, and, wherever, Koh Samui or something. I don't know. Every place looks awesome. I mean, they all have their ups and downs. Bangkok looks like a blast, but I'm sure there's definitely going to be times where I'm like, I don't want to be in this massive city. I've never lived in like New York City, so I don't really know what that's like. And these military bases are always outside the cities in like the worst land possible that the Army got really cheap, like 100 years ago, that they stole from like the Native Americans and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'll live wherever. I'm cool with, as long as I can just relax. Like, I like watching Mike and Nicole's videos, because that's what I imagine I'd be doing. I'd probably prefer to rent a house, like a small house like that, and live, near the beach, take my scooter down to the beach, have some beers with my toes in the sand, like they did the other day when they were eating some lunch there. But also I like going to the mall and going to the movie and doing all these kind of things. So I'll find a spot in the middle. And that's what's cool is I didn't really have to live anywhere long term. I can just live somewhere 3 months and then move somewhere else 3 months because I'd have to go to the hey Yads, I'd have to go to the border run anyway because I wouldn't be like at the official retirement age yet. I mean, I guess I could do one of those like Muay Thai visas and learn how to fight more, but I don't know. I'm old and broken already. Old enough. I'm broken already. I will be 42 here in a couple months, so that is coming up pretty fast. And in average years, the average person in America around the world is not very old, but in the military, it's pretty old. I mean, normally you do 20 years, so that's 18 to 38. So the people that are older are like the more senior officers and stuff. The people that are like lieutenant colonels and majors, and so even majors aren't even. Yeah, I'm kind of in the peer group with majors, I think, as far as age wise, but I didn't join until I was 26, so I got to hit 46 before I can get out. Tommy J says, my plan is 1 year in Pattaya, Jomtien area, then decide. Yeah, I mean, but see, you can go if you go to Pattaya, you can have your condo there or whatever and enjoy like all the American food and all the people that speak English and stuff. Because I see Pattaya as like Vegas or like Miami or something. But then you can just take long weekend trips or week-long trips and go to all these other places and see where you like, because I mean, I'm pretty sure we can't buy any land there, right? You can't buy any land there, so it's like it wouldn't matter if I wanted to live somewhere forever. I'd still have to rent. So, because obviously, what's also I like about Mike and Nicole is it's two Americans, so it's not a guy with his Thai wife or girlfriend. So it's interesting to see how they deal with things, being both foreigners. Because I think they're the only channel I follow that are both foreigners living in Thailand. I don't know. Well, I follow a couple other people that just travel all over the place. Man, Flora and Nodes and Chase and Shelves and what's the other one? Chev and Dev. There's quite a few that like just do the same thing. They rotate all the countries. They're in like Nepal and Thailand and Philippines and Vietnam and Malaysia and all kinds of stuff. But they're not really living there. Like they spend like 2 weeks somewhere, 2 weeks somewhere else, keep jumping around. I prefer to like at least spend a couple months in one place. But Deborah, hello, Deborah. Don't know Deborah, but hello. I've never met you before, I don't think. Seem to know a lot of people in here. Cool. From the Philippines. Yes. The Philippines is another place I definitely want to go. Couple reasons because there's a VA clinic there. So I don't know if you guys watched like Jiu-Jitsu Passport, Alex's recent couple videos, like last month when he had to go in for like surgery on his knee. And it's too easy. There's a VA hospital right there. So you just go over there, they schedule everything and you do it all and you take care of it all. Because I'm sure he has like his VA disability. He can just go there and have it all done for free. But I mean, the insurance and stuff in Thailand doesn't seem that bad. Maybe a surgery is more expensive, but just day-to-day medical needs, health checkups and prescriptions and glasses and medications can't be all that much. I don't know. I plan on not really getting sick. That's a great way to think, right? I'm healthy. Yeah, I don't really have any like ailments or anything. I've been dealing with allergies this year. Yeah, the weather in El Paso is hot. It's a hot desert here all the time, unless it's really windy and cold. It jumps two directions pretty quickly. It's going to stay hot until about January, and then it'll be cold and snowy. Just when you think you got through like the Christmas period with no snow, then it's going to come in January, February. And then by April, you're back in shorts again. So it's not bad at all. Robert Mack, hello. Good evening. You're like in Branson, right? Outside Branson at something lake, and you were buying a boat. I remember that. And you were like live streaming in the water, and the whole time I'm thinking he just got like knee surgery. Like if he steps on a rock, he's gonna twist his knee and drop his camera into drop his phone into the lake. Like it's gonna end very badly. You drove through El Paso coming from Tommy J's. Oh, you should have said something. Well, I would have said I had a spare room, but the room has now become an office, and we're gonna buy like a jackknife like sofa bed for in here, so people can stay if they need to. Just like a single. It's kind of weird. It's like from IKEA. So instead of like a long couch that folds out into like a queen size, it's like folded like this, and then it's like a love seat, and then it just straightens out, like kind of like a futon in a way. If you've ever seen like how a futon kind of jackknifes, but I don't know. It's IKEA. IKEA. Those Swedes, I guess, are geniuses. We have a lot of IKEA furniture, and it's lasted years. Like I'm probably not going to buy new furniture at all until I retire and I just sell everything. I don't see the need to potentially within. Oh man, where's the countdown at? Earliest possible retirement is go past all the ads on my phone. 4 years, 3 months, and 15 days. So I'm almost under 4 years. So I don't see the need to buy anything. I think I can make everything I have last until retirement. Like, don't need a new car. My old Subaru would probably make it. Even if I need to do something to it, spending a couple grand on serious maintenance is better than, spending like $40,000 on a vehicle, or even leasing one where I'm just giving them my money and I don't get anything in return. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Cool. That's nice. I'm glad people showed up. I thought I'd be talking to myself. Honestly, I thought Jamie was going to come on and I would just BS with her because I haven't talked to her. She left for Ohio and hasn't called me once. We text all the time. I'll be like, hey, good morning. Hey, what are you doing? And that's it. So she must be having a very good time over there. Table Rock Lake. That's what it was. Getting a boat from another family member. Gonna pick it up tomorrow. Nice. No registration or insurance in process. Getting that done first. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, get the boat, get it all registered. Is it seaworthy? Like, has it been sitting a while, or is it like, do you need to like take it to a marine mechanic to have them give it a once over, or are you just gonna wing it and take it out there and hope it floats? maybe solo travel the first time before you bring all the fam out on it. Happy 4th of July. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. I don't know if you're in the US or not, but it's definitely still the 3rd of July here, but it's definitely going to be fireworks. I imagine I have a window there I need to buy like blinds for, or like a curtain. Maybe in another hour, it's going to be crazy fireworks everywhere. Yeah. So the 4th of July celebration started on, where's my calendar at? Started on maybe like the 28th of June. Every night, music, parties, fireworks all over in my backyard. But I saw a funny like meme that said like public service announcement, no one's going to watch that fireworks video that you post. So it's like, that's a good idea. I just won't post anything about it. Everybody knows it's the 4th of July and what goes on. 2 55-gallon drums with plywood and a boat. There you go. So it's like Castaway, but like just a little bit better. That works. Tom Hanks would be proud. Hello, Angel. How are you doing this morning? And wherever you're at, it's still almost looks like 7:20 here in the great state of Texas. So, yeah, nothing really going on. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to teach Maddie how to parallel park. She doesn't know how. So many mortars and sky. Yeah, exactly. They're only supposed to do like like dynam like whatever firecrackers and like the stuff that's on the ground here. You're not supposed to have aerial fireworks, even though they sell them, and then everyone still uses them. They're all over the place. And I live like at the dead end street. If people watch my videos, there's like a dead end, and people just pull up that live somewhere nearby and just shoot fireworks off and then leave. And usually they leave all their damn trash too. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, it's nice. I get my own little private fireworks shows all the time. And then I pick up all the little bottle rocket sticks out of my backyard. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Thanks, ET, for bringing people on over. Yeah. Yeah, but Maddie's trying to learn how to parallel park. There's been a huge fiasco with both of them getting their licenses. So Maddie was doing the driving classes like under 18, like in high school, like after school or whatever, like on weekends and stuff. And then she turned 18 in the process of getting her permit. So she had to do the driving hours and everything anymore. She just had to go get her permit. And then when she was ready, schedule the test. But she got her ID and it says Texas driver's license on it. And Jamie called and she's like, is this valid? Like, what's going on? And the lady's like, yeah, that's a valid driver's license number. So Jamie's like, okay, whatever. So we're like, well, Maddie, you somehow got past the system and you have a driver's license. So she's just been driving, going to her friend's house and her boyfriend's house and everything and hanging out. And then Theron went and got his permit and his came in the mail and it also said driver's license on it. But I'm looking at it because I didn't really look at Maddie's. I was doing something. I was busy with work or something when it came and it was just like, okay, cool. You got your license. I looked at Theron's and it had restriction B. So I looked up what B is. And B is you must be riding with someone that's 21 years of age with a license in the passenger seat. So it's a permit. It's like, but they call it a driver's license with restrictions. And then you have to go back in like a month or whatever, whenever you feel like it, and go get your real license. So it seems like a complete waste because it's like a legitimate license. It seemed I'm used to like a paper one or like a vertical one, and then they give you a one that's like long ways when it's over when you're past your test and you're over 21. So anyway, so Maddie can't drive anymore. It's like, nope, sorry. I know you had fun driving for like a month, but now you're not driving. And she's going to learn how to parallel park tomorrow because that's one thing she did not learn. So, oh, thank you, ET, for posting people's links there. Yeah, she's going to learn how to parallel park. Sorry, I got like an eyelash on my eye. Because she knows how to do everything else, but she doesn't know how to do that. So luckily, like I said, we got like at end of the street here. So I'm going to park one car there and she can practice backing up into a cone or something. Okay, so fireworks, the large one, everything's legal. See, Texas is weird. Like they're legal to buy, but then they put bans on shooting them. I don't know. But like New Mexico, it's completely legal. So some people I heard drive up to the New Mexico border on 10, literally just cross the border and it's like all open kind of desert area and just pull off and shoot fireworks off and then drive back to Texas. I don't know. The cops don't really do anything. I mean, there was a fire yesterday at one of like the city parks because they said it was blamed on fireworks, but it wasn't like nothing was damaged, just grass and tumbleweeds. As the tumbleweeds are the thing. They're really bad here. Parallel park in a stick shift with a clutch. Yeah. Hey, Jay-Z. I didn't do my test with a 5-speed, but my first car was a 4-speed Honda. Yeah. So definitely enjoy shifting gears. And that's really been fun about having a motorcycle is the ability to shift gears again. I think that's maybe part of the reason it came to me easier than I intended or I thought it would, just because it's like you just start grabbing the clutch and hitting the pedals and it's pretty darn easy. Saying hi to Robert Mack. It's weird on StreamYard, it says like red face heart shape, but then I look up here at the actual stream I have paused. So it must be just like YouTube proprietary what do you call it? YouTube proprietary like emojis, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Thanking ET. ET is the new moderator to the stars. Yeah, but the motorcycle's been fun. I mean, it's nice to pay less than $10 to fill up the tank, like once every 2 weeks, depending on how much I ride it. But it's never really gonna pay me back for as much as I spent on it. But the smiles per mile are pretty high. It's a lot of fun. Makes getting to work easy, but it definitely doesn't. It definitely sucks when there's stop traffic on the highway and it's like 100 degrees out and I'm sitting around a bunch of hot cars. So that's definitely not fun. But I got a chance to practice like balancing, like just kind of hitting the clutch and the gas, like going like 1 mile an hour. I probably looked like an idiot, but it really helped me get used to riding it. I don't know if you guys saw the video where I put all those random parts on. Those are just kind of like ornamental parts, nothing really that did anything. The exhaust apparently probably adds like 1 horsepower. So now it has like 60 horsepower instead of 59 or something like that. But I need to tighten the chain, which I don't really know how to do. I need to download the actual like mechanics manual. KTM only gives you like the owner's manual and it kind of just says to do things, but doesn't really go into detail of like what the torque specs are on this or that, or exactly what size is that like nut, because I'm like, oh, this is like a, whatever 7/32 or something, but it's really like a 14 millimeter or something. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm gonna get close to yeah, Dave was on here earlier. I think he woke up, said hi, and then went to go get his coffee and stuff. But he was here early on. So yeah, I'm gonna try and tighten the chain. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know how interesting that is. I'll probably make video of it, record it, and then if it's not interesting, I'll just delete it, because I'm sure something, as soon as I don't record something, it's gonna be hilarious, and like, I'm gonna get into all this trouble and all these things are gonna break, and then I'm not gonna have at least the evidence that something happened to show. Dave's channel, cool. Yeah, I know we were talking about the weather the other day on Dave's channel. He was talking about how it's like 117 or something. I don't know what it was in Celsius. It was like 60 degrees Celsius or something. The hottest I ever had was like in Kandahar. It was like over 120, and it almost like takes your breath away. Like when the heat hits you. Yeah, it's like almost dangerous. Like it almost knocks you down. It's crazy. Cedar Point. Yep, Cedar Point. I love going there. Go Bucks. Thank you. I'm sure you saw my hat. Yeah, Cedar Point is like, we used to go there all the time as kids. Probably like once a year, or maybe alternate between like Cedar Point and Kings Island is the other one. It's like in Cincinnati area. Yeah, 2 cool amusement parks. Did you guys see the news I know you guys don't really watch the US news, but see if I can find a photo of it. It was like a roller coaster in Charleston, I think. Broken roller coaster. No type in broken. It says broken roller coaster. Cool. Let's see if I can get this photo pulled up here. Of course, it's going to want to do a video. See, how do I share? Oh, look at me learning things. Present. Share screen. Yeah, understand that they can see. I need 2 monitors. Yes. Okay. Share. All right. You guys see like, oh, can I zoom in? I don't even know. Might be hard to see, especially if you're on a phone, but like right there, it's cracked on the roller coaster. Oh, better picture. Nope, it's just junk from there on out. Yeah, oh, there you go. If you can see that, like the roller coaster goes by and it like shakes as people are riding on it. It's so sketchy. Okay, quit showing people on the ride. Show the ride itself. Oh, Carowinds. I've been to Carowinds. Well, I think there's quite a few Carowinds. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get to the good part. Of course, we're not going to show it on the. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, messed it up. Sorry. Come on. Yeah, but it rocks back and forth while here it is. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I can't imagine like the lawsuits that people would have if that anybody got injured during that. It's out of control. I don't know. They did shut it down. Yeah. So the guy that took that video, he went up to he was outside in his car. I don't know, doing something, and saw it because it's like near like the parking area. And he went to the front gate and told them, and they didn't do anything about it. So he called the fire department, and the fire department came out and shut it down. So, yeah, it's like the mount, but it's it's not like a brace, like a bracket or anything. It's like the whole. It seems like the whole piece because it's jagged the way it's broken, but it's pretty sketchy. I don't know. I'd probably still ride it. I mean, once they fix it, got to get some guy up there to weld it and say it's good. I'm sure the insurance company's freaking out. You know, it was going to be, personal injury attorney day at the park if it stayed like that for much longer. But whatever. It broke and they fixed it. And his daughter wrote 8 times. Did you watch Fox News this morning? I think that's where I heard that. I was watching I watched the 5. I always watch the 5 because it's like the funny version of the news, instead of like the straight news that drives me nuts. 300 feet in the air at the highest part. Yeah. It's I didn't catch the name of the ride either, so I should probably find the article again. But I may have actually ridden that one because we went to Carowinds, unless there's multiple Carowinds. There might be North Carolina Rope. No, it's probably the one we went to. I thought it was in Charleston. I don't know. It's enough of me just searching the internet while you guys watch me stare at the screen. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I'm sure they break, right? I mean, there's always those ones that are down for maintenance. When you go to those, there's always one when you go to a amusement park that's down, at least one. But I've never seen one like break, like actually be broken, like physically you can see it. So that's pretty cool. It's cool to see. I'm glad everybody's okay. Yep. Have a great 4th. Jay Easy letting everybody know. Yeah. So the plan is basically the rest of the summer is to get Maddie her license, get Theron his license, and then Theron figure out his work and going back to college and getting a car. He's the wildest kid, right? Like early 20s, does not have a license because he just had like no interest in learning, it seemed like. And he had buddies that had cars, but now when he goes to work at like 5 a.m, he needs a ride. It's kind of a pain. And Jamie's more forgiving than I am about it. I basically say, if I'm not awake, you need to call an Uber because I'm not doing that nonsense. But Jamie will actually get up and take him. Nanette, hello. How are you this morning over there in Philippines, right? I think it's the Philippines. I can't ever keep track of where everybody's at. Definitely Philippines is on my list. Davao City for sure. I've heard and seen people living there really cheap in Davao. Yeah, of course, Cebu City. Cebu City reminds me of like Pattaya, kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be and on the north too. The north. What's in the north? Baguio, maybe. It's like more elevated too. So I think it's yep, yes, proud to be a Filipino. Yeah. It's at an elevation there, so I think it's a little cooler there. And then the military just said they're investing in reopening some of those bases that are there. So that could be a potential option for me and Jamie is moving over there and continuing in the Army while also taking trips to all these places I want to eventually like check out and retirement travel and stuff while I'm also working. Like, that'd be perfect. The tickets would be way cheaper than flying from the US. And I could just do it like, I mean, there's 4-day weekends like almost every month. There's a holiday of some kind. I think the only month that doesn't have one is March, maybe. I don't know. There's one month that doesn't have one. They always just kind of come up with one. Maybe it's February, because January is like President's Day. February, like, I don't know, Washington's birthday or something. March, there's always a St. Patrick's Day. April's like spring break. Memorial Day in May. June now has two, because you have Father's Day and Juneteenth. 4th of July. August doesn't really have one either. We need to make a new holiday in August. Yeah, we need to come up with something for that. But they usually give time off, like, they're pretty reasonable, at least in the units I've been in the Army, to give people time off to go, like, take their kids to school, like the beginning of the school year type stuff. But I think the school year this year starts like the first week of August, which is crazy to me. But I think it literally starts like on the 1st of August. Yeah, and September has Labor Day. October has Indigenous Peoples Day, I think. Is that Columbus Day? They changed it here. October has, well, nothing really. It's another month that needs it. Oh, no, yeah, Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day. November is Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas. So, yeah, the Army's pretty good with giving us time off, honestly. If you look up how many, like, days a year we really work, it's not that many. But when we do work, it's long hours. So they definitely get the hours back from you. Later this month, I'm going to be out training. And then in August, I fly to Nellis outside of Vegas and go to some training there. And then I come back in September, pretty much the whole month of September, like from the 4th to like the 29th, I'm training in the field, living in the dirt. It sucks. I'm getting too old for this life. It was fun when I was young Private Gray and Sergeant Gray, but now Chief's getting tired. Have I been there? Have I been to the Philippines? No. I've been watching tons of YouTube videos over the last like decade. Yeah, there's some guy I used to follow. That's where I started watching like these living abroad expat videos, was the Philippines. And then from there, I moved to Thailand with everybody that I follow on here. Yeah, I used to follow this guy, Joey Bustos, I think was his name. And he does like funny Thailand, like music videos, like parody videos. He reminds me, he's like the Weird Al Yankovic of the Philippines. I say Thailand, of the Philippines. And then I started watching this guy called Amazing Philippines, and he's this older guy, and it's just like daily life kind of videos. He goes over the prices of things, and he does like condo tours and stuff. And then there's some other guy, I forget his name, something Jennings, I think. His channel is called Becoming Filipino. And even though you can't like become a citizen of the country, he like did all these things to like basically live a complete life like someone in the Philippines. And I think they actually granted him like special citizenship recently, from what I saw on his Instagram. But then from there, I was watching Kevin 30 to Wake Up, because I'm also, van life is also an option of something we can do. And then he went to Thailand, and then I saw all these people talking about Thailand, and that's how I found Dave and Chocolate Man in Thailand and Joe and Chuck and everybody. So now I'm full on the Thailand thing also. But yeah, I definitely want to come visit. I've watched tons and tons of videos of different places to travel, all the beautiful islands. Even like Mindanao, even though I've heard it's kind of dangerous, and a little unruly at times, it'd still be awesome to go there and check it out. Somebody said yes, Nellis in Vegas. Yeah. What's cool though is the training's indoors. It's only like 10 days. It's like the 20th to the 30th. Training's indoors at the airbase, and usually the hotel is booked out because they have to give priority to pilots because they have to sleep so many hours before they're allowed to fly. So when I go to book a hotel, they're going to say, no, we're booked. And then they give us a voucher and we can stay at any MGM casino for the price of like the basic military rate. So it's like free for me. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I don't really gamble. I mean, when me and Jamie went there, we put like $5 each in like a machine, lost it. Then she did one of those old ones that are like in the bar tops where it's like playing blackjack, and she won like $40. I was like, cash out now, you're going to lose. So yeah. Vegas will be fun. Just there for like I said, like a little over a week. I'm considering, was this? There's so many beautiful places. Yes, exactly. And I was all about like getting like a Class C RV and pulling like a Jeep Wrangler or something and doing like the RV life, travel the country, go to all the, whatever, 100, 200 national parks and seeing everything. Just traveling like north to south across the country like this over the years, to stay like at a nice like 70-degree weather. But gas prices have gone through the roof, and it's like, man, live in a nice high-rise condo with an infinity pool and a rooftop bar and like eat for like pennies on the dollar in some of these Asian countries, or buy an RV and deal with all the maintenance and the small spaces and the American prices for everything. I mean, what an RV gets like 15 miles a gallon. So, I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for gas every few days traveling around, when like these guys, like Dave pays like $100 for his electric bill or whatever. It's crazy. What was I saying? I said before, like all my utility bills combined are like the same price as rent, like at a really nice place in like Thailand somewhere. What? Knows me, T. At least as long as I can remember. I don't know. I'm considering Bang Sarai for my retirement destination, south of Jomtien, 30 minutes. Okay. I need to get more comfortable with the actual, let me type this in my phone, the actual like layout of Thailand better. Like I know, obviously, I know I know where Bangkok is. I know where Pattaya and Jomtien are. And then I know where Nakhon Phanom is because Chuck's always talking about Nakhon Phanom there on the river that connects to crosses over to Cambodia. And what's the other one? Saratani, I think, is like a little south, like a little skinny one. Bang Sarai condominium, Bang Sarai Beach. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's on the west side before like the turn to go like to the south beach, Rayong. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it looks like a fun country to travel around because the way that it like goes down each side, like come with like a big horseshoe down the coast. Prachuap Khiri Khan, that's the one that's skinny. That's where everybody lives. Joe and Giff and Kara, which I need to watch that live stream. I didn't watch it last night, or whenever it was, 2 days ago. I need to watch Joe's And then who else lives there? Mike and Nicole, a bunch of people. It looks really nice. It looks like a nice enough beach, and they have like the stores, like convenience stores, and like a big like grocery stores and stuff, where I could live there. Like where Chuck lives, I don't know how close some of those conveniences are. So I feel like I would just be like going to the same like the three restaurants near my place, and I don't know. Maybe I don't have a good view of like what his neighborhood is like outside of just his neighborhood. I don't know how far away some of these places are he goes to. Everybody's saying hello, 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 hello. Pickup truck with a small camper. Yeah, we looked at that too. Honestly, the goal was, so this was the plan, right? Like Theron was gonna go to college and get a job somewhere. Maddie is a junior right now. So she's gonna be a senior, and then she'll go off to college or whatever she wants to do. So the plan was to get like a fifth wheel and live in that, because it's like rent for like the purchase of a fifth wheel plus like the amount they make you pay like monthly to stay in like an RV park is very low compared to like home ownership here. And the army pays me like a basic housing allowance. They figure out what the average cost of a home like rent is, and they give it to you. So I would be banking money each month. But I don't want to do that here in El Paso. It's too dang hot. If I was like in, back at Fort Bragg, or if I was in, South Carolina or Georgia, although it'd be same temperatures, but like it would be like prettier scenery. Like here at the RV parks, they're either cement slabs or just like blowing sand. And that's not fun because I'm never going to go outside. What's cool about like an RV is you're like at like a campground. You can like, put your awning out. You got chairs. You can like have like a picnic table. There's grass. There's no grass here. Not that much anyway, unless you want to pay for grass. Some people get their yards like resodded every year, and then it just dies, and then they redo it again. Isn't that crazy? Oh, and Dave is back. I'm sure everybody's already said hi to Dave. Was a good live stream. Did you have a live stream today? I don't think you did. Or you're just saying I'm having a good live stream? Or do you watch somebody else on your off days? Because I know you're like every other day pretty much. See, if you're living long term, you want to stay in Jomtien or Patia, you need somewhere laid back. Exactly. I'm sure I wouldn't mind going there and visiting people and experiencing it, but it's not where I want to live. I'd rather have roosters waking me up in the morning than horns honking waking me up in the morning, if that is a good way to explain it. Preferably neither of those. Preferably neither of those. Yeah, I don't know if because the issue is if you get farther outside the cities, then it's like, okay, now I need to buy a scooter or like rent one long term, and then there's like the sketchiness of like, how dangerous it is to ride a scooter there, and then it's like, okay, well then I need to buy a car, and it just snowballs. So I'd prefer to almost continue to move around and have like a condo in Bangkok somewhere. We can go travel big city, go to all the cool things in Bangkok. Because I like museums and parks, and those freaking 30-story malls like that we had in Korea were super cool. Excuse me. But then go back to like a laid back bungalow somewhere and just kind of rotate. I mean, if I have the option to do that, I'm probably going to do that. I'm not about the nightlife. I watch like James and Fa, and they're like going to these clubs and stuff, and I get it. It's kind of the scene there, right? Like these 56-year-old dudes in clubs, but I don't see that as like somewhere I want to hang out. It's definitely not for me. A nice hole in the wall bar. Now I can do that for sure. But almost every town's going to have that. Robert Mack, how are you? Everybody saying hi. Oh, Chuck had. Oh, you're talking about Chuck's live stream from the other day. Okay, yeah. What was I doing? Was that I think it was Saturday night here, and I was at the soccer match for our local semi-pro team that me and Jamie are all into now. We have like we're season ticket holders, and yeah, we're full on into it. Like we painted that tifo, which half the video came out today, like the first part, and then the next one I'm halfway through editing it, so it should be out tomorrow. The tifo we did. For those that don't know what a tifo is, it's like you basically glue a ton of like bed sheets together. So we had like 3x4 king size bed sheets glued together, and then you draw like paint on it, and they drop it down from the second story behind the goal, like during rivalry matches. And we did like this Thanos, like the snap thing he did, and then the other team's logo like faded away. It was really cool. Actually, I wonder if I have a photo of it on my laptop here, because I'm making an entire video about it. About for like the soccer group. So none of these are the ones from the stadium. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, I'll show it to you guys if I can find a good clip of it. If not, you have to watch the video. Got to plug the video. Bang Saray is laid back. Okay, that's cool. So it's close enough where you can go to Jomtien or Pattaya to get like, if you want some foreigner food, or if you want to go to one of the bigger grocery stores they have or something. Yeah, that's more me. Like growing up in Ohio, we're from a town. We're both from Newark, Ohio, which is like 30, 40 minutes east of Columbus. So it's like we lived out in like the country, but then you could just go to Columbus to do whatever you want to do. Go see football or basketball or hockey or, concerts and all kind of stuff there. But you can also go and you have a nice quiet neighborhood where all the kids run home when the streetlights come on, kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I think the mic is good. I think the lighting is good. I would like to get maybe another light for this corner, like some sort of like lamp thing or something. I don't know. And I ordered this cool, man, look at me. I should have prepped some photos. This cool YouTube subscriber counter thing. I'm not 100% sure yet how it works. Let's see if I can share my screen again. And it may be total junk. I don't know. So this is the company website, but I bought it off AliExpress for half of that, I think. But somehow you set it up and plug in your URL for your YouTube page. Yeah, there's a whole app you use, and then it keeps up with your subscriber count. And it does it you can use it for team scores, and you can do it for weather. There's also a couple other apps that does it for, but they're Chinese apps. I don't know what they are, but it looked cool. I was going to put it up, cancel share, stop sharing. How do I do it? Do it up here. Yeah, that was cool. Oh, there it is. Stop screen. Yeah, so I was going to put it between the two picture frames there. I can mount it on top, and there's a light or an outlet on the bottom, so it could just be back there with my 440 subs. Like I said, I'd rather do it organically than these people that pay for them, or you go to these pages and they give you things. I don't want to call out anybody, but it's all of a sudden you get 80 subs, like I said, and but your views don't go up, but you just have all these subscribers. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, you need 1,000 subscribers to unlock. Actually, now I think you only need 500 to unlock the to do super chats and stuff, and then you need 1,000 to do you get the AdSense money. I don't really care. I mean, it'd be cool to do. It'd be cool to have that many friends, because that's something I really found about YouTube that I like. I like making the videos. I want to start making the videos for my kids, right? Like, so I could have a documented, like, more in-depth experience for them than like, hey, grandpa or whatever, where did you go? We lived in Thailand for like 5 years. Where? And I'm like showing them pictures. Like, that's not cool. But if I can be like, boom, here's the entire Thailand collection playlist, then that's pretty cool. But besides that, the point I was getting to is I've met so many people. I didn't expect to like have this as such a cool like group of people to like talk with and hang out with, really. I know it's not like hanging out like you're together, so it's a little, you know, a little less involved, but it's cool, man. All these people are cool. I haven't met anyone that's like a jerk, you know. And if I watched the video, I probably just didn't watch it again if I thought the guy was a jerk, from like, I mean, there's ones that are like early 20s out there doing the whole viral YouTuber thing. And then there's, I mean, guys in their 50s and 60s and probably older that, like I said, the guy in Philippines, Amazing Philippines is what his channel is called. And he's probably in his 70s. Just living in Cebu City, doing his thing, walks everywhere. And I think he bought a motorcycle recently. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool watching those, especially he's like on the back of someone else's, like holding his like GoPro like up, and like he's like holding on to the guy, and they're like flying across some bridge, going to Mactan Island. So muted here. I was here when host dropped the link. My L's. Yeah, drop the link. I don't have SMS to drop links. That's fine. I don't care. For like the 10 people that'll watch this, you drop the link. Yeah, but One Day TV, I think I follow One Day TV. I don't know. I follow so many. I go through like and purge them maybe every 3 months, and I'll look and be like, okay, below this number, because I can set them up where it's like how often I watch them. Below this number, like I'm gonna just get rid of them, because it's either stuff I don't watch or it's stuff that I've just lost interest in. Like I used to watch a lot of RV full-time traveling videos. I don't so much anymore because I'm looking more at living overseas. So I just stopped watching them and stopped following them or subscribing to them. But it's all right. It's just YouTube. It doesn't mean I don't like you. Oh man, what is this? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk because Dave always mentions that I'm vegetarian, and I was vegan, and I kind of jump back and forth. And it's because I don't really label it. Like if I want to eat like eggs for breakfast, then I'm eating eggs. If I want dairy, I'll eat dairy. If I don't want it, then I won't eat it. And that's kind of it. There's no real like. I'm not going to get on my soapbox and be like, killing animals is wrong, because the people that believe that already believe that, and the people that don't believe that typically don't listen to you anyway. But, it's just it's environmentally better. In my opinion, it's healthier. Not that I'm the healthiest person, but of all the things I do, I try and eat healthy and exercise. But yeah, I read this book called How Not to Die by Dr. Greger, and it's like the top 10 reasons that people, the average Westerner, dies. How not to die lists. That's like a list of the foods to eat to die. That's not to die. Okay, so number one is heart disease, then cancer, COPD, stroke, accidents, which are hospital accidents, added in there too, Alzheimer's, diabetes, pneumonia, kidney disease, and suicide. That's the top 10 leading causes of death. And it's a book and explains each one, like how to combat them so you don't die from them, because they put all these taxes and bans on cigarettes, which are bad for you, but then they also sell double cheeseburgers that are equally as bad for you, in my opinion. So I don't partake, and if one day I do, then I will. And that's why I don't label it, because then people are like, "Ooh, aren't you a vegetarian?" So just today I want this, and today I don't want this. But yeah, I think, man, we've been on over an hour now. I'm not a very talkative person. At least I don't think of myself as a talkative person. I'm kind of introverted. I prefer to just observe quietly. But I guess YouTube has caused me to be more outgoing, or not outgoing. I don't know, one of those adjectives, but being more out there and being more vocal. It was hard when I was a recruiter, because I was like, I don't want to talk to people. This is not like what I want to do. So you got to I kind of learned different techniques to how to turn on, the recruiter charm to, do my job well and get people to join the Army. So red heart emoji thing, pink hand. Hi from Crocker and Angel. J Mike. Hey. I don't know, Crocker and Angel. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. I think you caught the very tail end of it, because I was just about to wrap it up, because now it's 8 o'clock at night, and I've been up since 3:30 because I forgot to take my sleeping meds last night. So I woke up at like 1:30 and just kind of dozed in and out watching some crappy television, and then got up at 3:30 to take Theron to work at like 4:45. Am I retired now? No, I still got, we just said it, 4 years, 3 months, and 15 days. I still have a few years before I can retire. Basically 5 years, and then I'll be done with the Army at the earliest. I may stay longer. Like I said, if I can get a gig in the Philippines and they want to pay me to stay a couple extra years while I basically just travel around as much as I can, I mean, they'll do that. You worked for an Army recruiter when you were 16 or 17. You worked for one? I don't know what that means. How? Because you can't be a recruiter. You could be recruited at 17 as long as you graduate AIT by the time you're 18, unless maybe you're not in the U.S. I always just assume, typical American, right? I assume in the U.S. Happy 4th of July. Thank you, everybody, for July. It's a wonderful time of year. Why retire early? Because I can. I mean, I don't have to. I could stay in the Army until the Army kicks me out, basically, in my 60s. But although I enjoy my Army life and I have pride in what I do, is it like my passion in life to like plan? Because I'm a planner, right? I'm a fires guy, so I plan, fires, artillery, and rockets and stuff. It's not exciting. It's long nights, standing over a map, coming up with decisions, and debating with other people what's the best course of action. It's not an exciting job. I'll just put it that way. It's rewarding in its way. But if I can retire with full benefits, plus whatever medical and everything, like why not retire in my 40s when I can still travel and do things, Like my dad worked until he was like 65, I think, 64. And now he's in his 70s, and age is catching up with him and he can't do things. So it's like, what's the point of going to the Grand Canyon if I just look over the edge? I want to go hike through it. I want a whitewater raft down the Grand Canyon, and I feel like I could do that at my age, or whatever, in a few years when I finally get to retire. And I could always go back to work. It's not like I can't have another job. I could decide I want to do something else and go do that, open my own business. Honestly, making YouTube videos is not that easy to put the effort into them. I mean, I basically get for every minute to 3 minutes of video is like an hour of editing. So if I have like a 15-minute video, that's like 10 hours probably of editing between like cutting it and adding music and finding music and putting all the uh, little pop-up things in there and keyframing it. And I don't really do any color correction. I just use the automatic one. That's about the only thing I don't do. And then you upload it and you rewatch it and something's wrong, so you got to redo it all. So oh, going the wrong way. Oh, thank you. Almost 500. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. An office helper. Okay. I know that was a thing. That's cool. So you were just being paid to help at the office? Was there long enough no 2-star? That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. In my recruiting station, we didn't have office helpers. I mean, it was like in a strip mall, and there was a cleaning crew that came in like once a week to vacuum, and that was about it. We took care of everything else. Everything was digital. I don't know how long ago this was. When did you do that, Jay? That's an interesting thing. I've never heard of that. My dad was in the Army. Or no, he was in the Air Force. He was in the Air Force during Vietnam. He was some sort of like helicopter mechanic. I don't know if it was like the engines or like the electronics or what, but yeah, he did that. But he's a typical American Vietnam vet, did his time, got out. That's it. My grandfather was in the Army Air Corps, which was the Air Force before they had the Air Force, and then the Army Air Corps broke off and became the Air Force. He was in World War II, dropped a bunch of bombs over places in Europe. That's pretty cool. It's a federal program. Huh. That's cool. Nifty. I almost joined, but didn't join in the 70s. Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying. So you were like a civilian recruiter that like helped find them leads. Because I know they used to do that. They used to have man, my hat's all crooked and this backwards thing is gonna mess me up. I need to like, oops, sorry, I hit the mic. I need to like somehow flip it. But yeah, they used to have civilians that worked in the recruiting offices, but they got rid of them eventually because it was a weird pay for play type thing going on. I heard rumors of where like, because they got paid per person they enlisted. So like recruiters would give them people and then they'd split the money. And I don't know, I heard a bunch of shady things about it. Probably not true, but they don't have any civilians working in there now. They do at like the enlistment office, like at the MEPS, like the enlistment processing. They still have civilians up there, mostly retired recruiters working up there. Oh, bye, Tommy J, if you're probably already gone. Thanks for stopping by. I have a violin girl. 8 million followers, seriously. Better than Fox News. Yeah. The Army does have planes. The Army does have pilots. Not very many. Not very many compared to the Air Force. Of course, I'm pretty sure you have to go to like the Air Force Academy to fly any of them. But as far as places you can go in the Air Force, I would say they are much better than where the Army goes. Like you have nice beach area, Florida. I mean, Vegas, England. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like before we moved here in El Paso, we were at Fort Sill in Lawton, Oklahoma, which is like just no one. I know why the Army got that land because no one else wants to live there. It is like the worst place. It's hot, it's humid, it's windy, tornadoes every year. Like it is not a fun place to live. Saying good night. Someone else's link. The sergeants told you what to do. Okay. Well, you were working there young. I know there's a program for people that young. I know there was like people that would retire from recruiting and then go back and be civilian recruiters, and I think they got rid of that in the 90s. Oh, that's the link to see her play. Okay, I'll go back and grab that link once this finally uploads. Never got money. Yeah, that's an interesting thing they did though. That was in the 70s, or was it follow her or like her? Yep. Annette, I follow her when she has 2 million, now 8 million, not Philippines million without 000. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think I am going to call it a night for this one. Okay, so yeah, in the 70s, I don't know. I wasn't alive yet. I was born in 81. So I don't know anything about the 70s, especially Army recruiting in the 70s. I bet the mustaches and the curly hair perms was wonderful. But yeah, everyone have a wonderful, wonderful Independence Day. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.